Want to see my starting 11? As I said quite a bit. So if we go to this screen, and we'll show you my starting 11 in a bit bigger screen for you guys. So I'll go over it as well. We have Ben Foster, Fabianski, rotation pair. I haven't found a rotation pair I'm happier with. And then I'm waiting to see if Leno is worth having or if Chelsea get a player in that's 5 million in goal. Then in defence, we've got Shaw, Wan-Bissaka, Mendy, Robertson, Peltier. Now the starting three are going to be Robertson, Mendy and Shaw. Wan-Bissaka is probably going to be higher placed on the bench than Peltier. But 4 millions means I've saved 0.5 on both, which means 1 million saved. In midfield, got Salah and Mane for the start of the season, with Mane being the player I can transfer out if I want to bring in, say, Eriksen at 9.5. Not too bad to bring in De Bruyne as well. If I want to bring in De Bruyne, that would be a 2-transfer move, though, with Bernardo in my side. Easy to downgrade to Mahrez or upgrade to Mahrez in 2 moves if I'm upgrading Bernardo Silva. Spurs I'm kind of avoiding to begin with. Hazard, again, I want to see what he plays like under Sarri, purely because it looks like a move could have been on the cards and is no longer on the cards. Other than that, Sanchez would be a bit more difficult because I've got 0.5 in the bank. I can bring in a 10 million midfielder, 2 moves to bring in Sanchez if he really looks like he's playing up front. Easy to bring in Pogba for Bernardo Silva if that is an option. So my midfield has a placeholder in Mane. Salah will be the Liverpool mainstay unless he's really not in form. Bernardo Silva, I just really like the way he played in that Community Shield and think Pep's high on him. I know not everyone agrees with me, but that's the move I'm making. Diego Jota, I just think he's that good a player. And I think Wolves have the potential to do really well, and Jota could rise in price very quickly if he is. If I didn't have Toussaint, and I could potentially put Zaha there instead, then Richarlison may come in for Jota just to protect my ownership and protect my rank, because there's always talk at the start of the season of getting high ownership players. I'm ignoring high ownership players that I don't think are going to start, but I have contingency plans to bring a lot of them in. Then Stevens is bench fodder. I've gone from playing 5 in midfield to playing 4 in midfield. Then up front, Aguero, Toussaint and King. I think King and Toussaint have the fixtures and the form to do well, and Aguero is Aguero. So that is the side. So hopefully that has kind of answered your questions about why I have who I have and who I have. And I'm ready to adapt. And I think that's what everyone needs to do. Pick the 11 that you think will do well, but be ready to adapt, because we're all trying to figure out what will be the best players this season. And I think the earlier you can do that, the better, of course. But also pick players that you think I won't necessarily have to use my wildcard straight away. So Mendy, Robertson probably aren't going anywhere. Goalkeeper pairing, probably not going to wildcard out. Shaw could be a transfer I need to make. If these two don't start, hopefully there's another option at 4 million that does. Salah isn't going anywhere. Mane is a placeholder for a 1 transfer to a lot of midfielders. I could, of course, go to De Bruyne, but I don't think he's going to start. Silva is a player I might need to transfer out. So far we've got Shaw, Silva, the 2 £4 million defenders. Jota to Richarlison. Depends on if Zaha is where Toussaint is. As we do have a subscriber, but I'll figure out who that is in a second. Apologies to whoever's just subscribed. Stevens, as long as he's starting, he's not going to be transferred out. Aguero, with the fixtures, unlikely to be transferred out. King and Toussaint, again, could be transfers. But if some of these players that I'm worried about score points, then I don't need to be worrying about transferring them out. So I'm maybe looking at 3 or 4 players that I need to transfer out. That can be done in 4 game weeks. So that is why I've got the starting 11 at the moment. But it was different this morning, so take it with a pinch of salt. Another hoops with a £38 donation. We will get that back on the live screen. I almost want to apologise for not having that up on the live screen. £38. Thank you so much for the donation. That's broken any records as far as donations. That's incredible in other hoops. Thank you so much. That's the highest donation I've ever had. Much appreciated. We definitely need to get some hearts in the chat for another Hoops with that donation. Thank you so much, my friend. Your support over this pre-season has been incredible. Just literally incredible.